All right, so let's do an example of sketching a piecewise function. So I have f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 when x is less than or equal to 2, and negative x plus 3 for x greater than 2. So I put my number line down here at the bottom, and my fence line is where I'm switching functions. So that happens at x equals 2, which is right here. I'm just going to go ahead and put that fence line in here. And then I'm going to put the two functions on either side of this fence line. So for x less than 2, I use 2x minus 1. Switch colors here. So I have y is equal to 2x minus 1. And if x is greater than 2, then I'm using this negative x plus 3. All right, and then to graph these, so I'm going to start by plotting my y-intercept, which is negative 1. And then my slope is 2, so I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And I'm just going to make that a hollow dot for right now since it's sitting on my fence line. And then that should be enough to connect dots and draw my line. So there's my left side. And then negative x plus 3. So my y-intercept here is 3. But I'm not going to put a mark down because I'm on the wrong side of the fence. I need to be on this side of the fence. But I'm going to use the slope to get there. So my slope is negative 1. So go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Okay, so that gives me enough points there to connect and draw that line. So it should line up something like this, kind of in that ballpark. And then the last step here is to figure out which dot needs to be colored in. So those ones on the fence line, I always draw them hollow to start with, and then I'll figure out which one to fill in. So the one I fill in is the one that has the equal sign. So the equal sign goes with this 2x minus 1, which is my blue line. So I'm going to color this dot in up here. And this dot down here stays hollow. Okay. If both of these dots had been colored in, then this function would fail the vertical line test, so it wouldn't be a function. Okay, so typically you should have one filled in, one not, or both of them not filled in. That's certainly a possibility too, but not both filled in. Okay, so our domain here. So all of our x values. So if I start on this left-hand side and I look into my graph here as I head towards the right, I see this arrow on this line, which means this line is going to keep going, going, going. So my domain starts at negative infinity, right? So that's my x value over here. Okay, and as I travel to the right, I pick up the line that I drew, and I see it covers all those values. And this one is filled in, so we have a value on this line. And then it picks up down here on this green part. And so everything goes this way, and it keeps going, going, going. So my domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. And then for the range, I'm looking at the y values, so the up and down. So I start at the bottom, and I see these two arrows. Both of these are going down, down, down. So my range is negative infinity at the lowest point. And I'm going to work going up. All right, so I ran out of the green function, but I still have the blue one, still have the blue one. Ah, there we are. So this is kind of the end of that blue function. And that's at y is equal to 3. Because the dot is filled in, I'm going to put a square bracket here. If the dot was hollow, I would put a rounded parentheses. Now let's find these values. So f of negative 1. Negative 1 is on this side of the graph, so I'm going to use this function. So I get 2 times negative 1 minus 1, and that's going to be a negative 3. F of 3, so here's x equals 2, so 3 is on this side, on the green side. So I'll plug 3 in for x. So I get negative 3 plus 3 is 0. And then I have x equals 2. So I can look at this picture, and it looks to me like that value there, that y value is 3. Okay. And my other way of determining that would be to look at these two domains and pick the one that has the equal sign with the x value. So I want x equals 2. This one has x equals 2 with an equal sign, so I would use this formula here. So 2 times 2 minus 1, which gives me 4 minus 1, which is 3. So that matches the same thing that we got from eyeballing it there. All right, I'll see you in the next video to give this another whirl.